that didn't blow your socks off, nothing will.
Very true. I'm just a bit baffled. I had a cup of tea and it's vanished. I think it must have been blown away.
Could have been.
Hey ho, there we are.
Yes.
Still, here we are, and there you are, and it's lovely that you're with us today. It's Saturday the 27th of May, and tomorrow is Pentecost.
Which will give you a clue why we started with the sound of a mighty rushing wind.
Excellent. And you should hear what we're finishing with.
Yes.
There we go.
Right, we'll come to that later.
Yes.
Anyway, tomorrow is the Feast of Pentecost, and of course we used to know it, those of us of a certain vintage, by its old name Whitsun, from the Anglo-Saxon word wit, meaning understanding. Presumably this was because, don't rush me, presumably this was because at Whitsun we recalled that the disciples of Jesus were filled with the wisdom, the understanding of the Holy Spirit. Now, because it was the first holiday of the summer, Whitsun was one of the favourite times in the traditional calendar, and a time for celebration. There were fetes and fairs, pageants and parades.
Whitsun, or as it is now known, Pentecost, arrives 50 days after the events of Holy Week. And the gift of the Holy Spirit is nothing less than the life of God within us, which, as Jesus promised, helps us, fortifies us, and empowers us to continue our Christian journey. The Holy Spirit is our advocate. It's our counsellor, our comforter, our teacher, the one who enables us to live out God's unending love and care for the world that he has created. The Holy Spirit is perhaps the greatest gift of God to his church. So we should embrace it, we should give thanks for it, and allow it to fill our lives with optimism and hope. There
Wonderful.
we go.
Good.
Yes.
So, what have we got for you today in Connect Up? Well, first of all, there's a bit about today's worship, beginning and ending the day with God. The latter, the former really. Let's start with the former, then go on to the latter. The former continuing the Thy Kingdom Come theme, and the latter, the theme, the Upper Room.
Which has been lovely to explore, hasn't it?
Been good, hasn't
really,
it?
really
Yes.
lovely. Shall I talk about tomorrow's worship? Okay,
yes.
Tomorrow we have a full programme of worship for all of you. The one thing that will not be happening tomorrow is Evensong in Tenterden. So if you are planning to come to that, don't.
Yeah, and that's because the Weald of Kent Art Society are going to be setting up their exhibition, which will run all through next week.
So if you're at Loose End and you're near Tenterden Church, pop in and come and see some of the work that the Weald of Kent Art Society have done, because it's usually pretty impressive stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and this morning we've got our usual links to forthcoming services and Christian art, and of course upcoming events. So there's a full smorgasbord, a selection of upcoming events in Connect Up today through the website section. Now don't forget the Bucolica Piano Trio are in concert this afternoon at Tenterden Church at 3 o'clock. So come along to that, there's still tickets available. And then tomorrow at 3 o'clock too, it's the German Compass at Rovenden. So that's exploring hymnody through J.S. Bach, I think, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed.
So there's a cream tea, but I think probably you ought to have booked that by now.
Yes, the cream tea does need to have been booked by now, but you can still go along for the concert.
To the concert, yes, and watch others eat scones with jam and cream.
Yes. Wisham Open Gardens continues this Tuesday, and if you click on the link and connect up to forthcoming events or upcoming events, you'll be able to find out where it has got to this week. So do come along to that. Beautiful gardens, excellent company, and for £3 you get tea and cake as well.
Really good value. Right, all the usual things are listed in Connect Up. If we can just major on one of them, or possibly one or two of them, Supper at the White Hart in Newenden. On Thursday the 8th of June, our group of churches will gather in Newenden Church to celebrate the feast of Corpus Christi. Now the Eucharist will be at 7 o'clock, and then after the service at about 8 we'll head across the road to the White Hart for supper. Now if you'd like to eat at the pub, please get in touch with Caroline, our church coordinator, as soon as possible. And we'd like you to submit your menu order. There is a menu link in Connect Up today, so just have a look at what's on offer, make your selection, and then let Caroline know what it is.
Fabulous. Also, to draw your attention to the Tenterden and District Horticultural Society's Garden Safari. That's one you need your teeth in for, isn't it?
You do, don't you?
On the 10th of June.
That's why you're doing it and not me.
There are, I think, 8 gardens open in and around Tenterden. And do come along and have a look at those. And the proceeds from that garden safari are going to go to the St Mildred's Church Flower Festival Fund.
I don't think I could even come near that.
No.
That,
No.
by the way, is from 11 till 4. Did you say 11 till 4?
No, I didn't say the times.
And we thank the Horticultural Society very much indeed,
Yes,
for their
indeed.
kindness in supporting this year's Flower Festival Fund.
Appledore also have open gardens. We are absolutely blessed by people with beautiful gardens that they are prepared to share. And on the 11th of June between 10 and 4, if you head to Appledore, you will be able to see gardens. There's light lunches, teas and coffees, all sorts of things. So for all of these events, we are praying for sunshine so that you can really appreciate the beauty of these gardens and the time and effort that people have put in to make them what they are.
And then a reminder that the Kent Police Male Voice Choir are coming to Rolvenden. No, they're not. They're coming to Wittersham on Saturday the 17th of June. That's Wittersham at 7:30 p.m. Do get your ticket there. And then switching back to one or two other bits and pieces from the wider community, we have... this very day. Do you want to go back a fraction?
Oh, it's that one there.
Yes.
That's what I was looking for. Yes.
The Memorial Inn, Stone-cum-Ebony Memorial Hall, celebrates its 100th year anniversary with a pop-up pub this very day. Now that runs from Principally it's small, isn't it? What does it say?
Teeny tiny.
Midday to 11 o'clock
PM.
at night.
Yep.
There'll be a barbecue at about 4
Pop-up pub.
and a pub available right through those hours. And it says something about World War II. Oh, and a new plaque
That's
to
it.
commemorate the people from the parish of Stone who gave their lives during World War II. That's going to be unveiled by the Royal British Legion. So that's all of today, really, effectively.
Don't forget, if you are a church warden, or if you're part of a PCC, but especially if you are a church warden, the dates of the Archdeacon's visitations are in Connect Up today, and that's a formal part of your being a church warden.
Yeah. Tenterden magazine is out, and the June edition. Thanks to Paul Riley for editing that, and our contributors and distributors. And as we've put here, it is a good moment to thank the editors of all our church and community magazines. Now, there's Sam Collins, who looks after Outlook on Oxney, Ruth Smith, who takes care of Appledore Parish Magazine, and Judy Vinson, who edits Rolvenden and Newenden Parish Magazine. And as we've put here, our parish magazines, the perfect breakfast accompaniment, as you'll
Other
see
than
from the
this, of
photograph. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Oh, yes, of course, yes.
Connect Up is the other perfect breakfast accompaniment.
Yeah.
Right, there is a little article on a lady called Anna and her daughter Melissa. They are from Ukraine and they are looking for somewhere to live temporarily. There's a lot more about them in today's Connect Up, so do take a look at that. And there's also a contact address that you can get in touch with if you might be able to help out with this. So have a look in there to see if you are able to help Anna and Melissa.
Yeah. The Viral Times of 3 years ago, the link to that appears in Connect Up this morning. And we turn then to birthdays. Now, today we wish Keith Hammond a very happy birthday. Tomorrow we wish Joe Iggulden a very happy 90th birthday. And it's happy birthday too on Monday to Tara Smith and Trish Fogden. Now, Joe Iggulden's away this weekend and was probably thinking that she'd escaped embarrassment. However, we ambushed her at morning prayer yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
With a rendition of Happy Birthday. So, happy birthday to all our celebrants, and we're going to sing to them all.
We are, yes. Get a second verse, Joe.
Yeah.
There you go. Are we ready? Okay.
I
What's the matter?
was all ready with my mouth open when you said okay. Right, are we ready?
Forgotten the
3,
words.
2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Keith, Joe, Tara, and Trish. Happy birthday to you. That was almost in
You
tune.
don't hear harmonies like that
Oh, no.
very often, which is possibly a good thing. There's a little humorous photo from Margaret, or cartoon rather, from Margaret, which brings us with a chuckle and a smile to the end of Connect Up today.
Yes, it does.
Now we're going to end with a rather extraordinary piece of music, and it's called Tongues of Fire.
Yes.
I better not put it on too loud.
No.
It's played by somebody called Arthur Wills on the Ely Cathedral organ, and see if you like it.
It was a lockdown discovery, and I have to
was,
say,
yeah.
in the bunker, it was kind of what we heard for weeks after you discovered
I
it.
know, fabulous. I love it. Just love it. Here we go.
Okay, take care, everyone. Have a good week. Bye. Ooh, I'm going.
Very Pentecostal.